Let's get this rocking. 3, 2, 1, go!
Was that intentional?
No, I don't know if it was or whether I was just beautifully...
Did Ro just lock into...
Look at him, he's pretending he's not interested anymore. Like.
Yeah.
So we just, that was amazing. Welcome back to Drums. This is more drums, but it's more talking more than drums anyway, in front of cymbals. This is Nigel. Hi, Nigel.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Nigel plays in Bitch Falcon, that wonderful stadium rock band that we all know and love.
We're the only stadium rock band to not play the stadium.
Yeah. Is that the criteria for being called such a thing?
I don't know, Coldplay stadium rock now?
But is that as a result of playing... I don't know. I don't know
not
what
as a result of
quantifies
playing
stadium
rock,
rock. Yeah. Maybe people could give us an idea of what constitutes a stadium rock band. Like at what level, what point do you become?
I suppose U2.
Yeah, but like I mean, they've. But is that?
When you're big enough to play stadium.
Do you reckon that's what it is? That's what it constitutes. But I mean, you see, I would attribute like Bitch Falcon with stadium rock. You know, in my head that means something. That's like a musical form.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh no, I think I get what you mean.
Yeah, but like it's one of those sort of.
If I was thinking about stadium rock, actually, I probably automatically think about Muse. That's like probably the quintessential modern stadium rock band.
Yeah, millions of people, or millions, hundreds, thousands of people will fall somewhere in the middle. Thousands of people can all sing a melody along to someone playing a guitar.
Right. Okay, yeah.
If you could just get the stool, thanks, Doc. Always having a seat.
I get you. So like a crowd of 40,000 people unified in a stadium chanting something.
Yeah. Like I suppose if it was like battles, it would be difficult.
Yeah.
Because there's all sorts of and all the melodies and stuff, which I can imagine you'd have to have 40,000 very specific people to be able to sing along with.
Well, look at Snarky Puppy in the Sugar Club.
Look at them.
No lyrics.
None.
And everyone knows the riff perfectly.
It's not a stadium, pal.
Yeah.
Well, you're coming at this. You got it wrong.
When did you see Battles play in the stadium?
I don't think
it doesn't matter. That I missed?
No, I'm just suggesting that. I think it's a specific. I don't know. Anyway,
we're not that.
No.
Anyway.
No.
So.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Nigel, when did drums touch you first? When did you first get the bug?
I remember being very young, and probably it's the same way for everyone. I had a cardboard box as my floor tom, and I had various pots in the kitchen taken out, and I had them just on the ground around me, really young, hitting them with chopsticks.
Yeah.
So probably like a 7A now, I guess.
I use 7As for my noodles.
Oh,
no, but it's
You're
funny.
Pro sushi eater, like.
Just that noodle there with my.
You should do that for video.
I should actually. Memo. Take memo here, Doc. Chopsticks, but drumsticks. You know what I mean? Classy. Anyway, back to more important things like Nigel.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell me about. I don't know what we're talking about.
I was on Pots and Pans.
You were on Pots and Pans. Yeah. Okay.
So Pots and Pans, and then I started playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Because I got a guitar for Christmas when I was like 8, and then I was playing that until I was about 12 or 13, and my best mate's brother had this hand-me-down kit in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And I really want to track it down actually, because I'd say it's probably worth a mint. I've never seen anything
Oh really?
like it since. It was
what was
the
it?
weirdest
Do you remember?
kit. I'd say it was like a 20 kick, and it must have had the skins that were on it that came with the kit, and it must have been like some kind of old version of a fibre skin or something, like a really old skin.
Like almost like calf skin, like or
yeah,
something.
Yeah, but jeez, it sounded amazing. But anyway, he would have that set up in his room, and when he was gone, I'd leg it out when I was in my mate's gaff, and I'd jump in on the kit.
Yeah.
And I just started to do things, and it kind of worked. Like it wasn't perfect or anything, but like I could kind of do a kick and a snare or whatever, and then I'd come in every day, and when he was gone, and I'd like introduce a hi-hat, or I'd try and do a fill or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he got a better kit a couple of years later, and then I jumped in and started playing that as much as I could. And then I think when I was about 15, I got my own kit.
Nice.
And then I started to play drums and stopped playing the guitar. No, I kept playing the guitar for another couple of
Yeah,
years.
I've heard you. You've been here. You've played some guitars and stuff.
Eventually, I sold them all to buy more drums when I was about 19. But
That's the only logical sort of progression from owning a guitar is to sell it to buy drums. I should have said something like, "Get out of my studio."
I think someone scored.
Ireland scored.
That sounds like Ireland scored.
Where were you when Ireland scored against Sweden?
Yeah. Where were you when Ireland scored? Well, we were technically.
Yeah.
We are. I wonder, is that the case? We checked the score.
It's very definitely. It's very. Yeah.
There was a couple of Swedes in. There was a couple of Swedes in earlier on, I'll have you know, pal. There was a couple of Swedes. Wes Hoolahan.
No way.
So from there, you got into bands and stuff, I presume. You like Galway's got a kind of a fairly decent music scene anyway. And when I say decent, what I mean is actually really, really good. I've only ever had good experiences playing music in Galway, so.
Well, I was from a town outside, about 40 minutes outside of Galway, so there was no bands in that town at all.
Okay.
And myself and my mates had a band when we were 13, 14. I was playing the guitar and singing in that.
Yeah.
And then I did a couple more things like that, and then went up to Tuam and met some guys and played in a band called Pier 19 for about 2 or 3 years. Which is
Pier
19.
Pier 19.
Yeah.
You can Google Pier, P-I-E-R.
I don't even know if it's on the internet anymore. I think it's like
probably-
so before internet. I think.
Probably is,
Yeah.
Nigel, yeah.
Oh, probably is.
We'll find out anyway, we'll find out.
So I played drums in that for a while, and then it was probably the most awful fit for me for a band, because when we started that, we were all into like, it was that band. It was all rock anyway, and then it started to morph into folk, and I
Yeah.
was like, I play rock drums.
Yeah, yeah.
It
You
just-
guys are doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, but I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So it must
yeah.
have been awful for them. But and then I stopped playing drums for a couple of years after that, and then I didn't do any music for ages. Actually, I did covers and stuff because that's what Galway was known for.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cover
Well,
bands.
you'd have like places like Monroe's and
King's Head and
yeah, exactly
the
that.
Cellar at that point. Everywhere, like every bar did live music, but no original. And then Googie came in and started doing Strange Brews up in the Warwick and stuff. And then
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
actually when it started to change a little bit. Was when he started doing that. So now you have the likes of Elenkus.
Yeah, Elenkus, great band from Galway. He ran away when you mentioned it. Like, broke him out, poor lad.
But yeah, then I did I actually got made redundant at work, and then decided I was going to not waste time doing things I didn't want to do anymore. And then I used my redundancy money to buy my collectors and a whole rake of gear that I got off a guy who was like leaving for America, and I got like so much gear for like $2,000 or something.
Yeah.
Ended off selling up most of that off and just paying for the kit off what I sold, what I didn't need.
Yeah.
And did a 2-piece called the Deadbeat Collective, which is just drums, guitars and vocals, and then like stuff run on a laptop.
That was with Mark, wasn't
Mark
it?
Comer. Do you know Mark?
No, I remember you introduced me to Mark down in Galway
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point or other. I think was it New Year's or something like
Yeah.
you were down there.
Oh yeah, and he's in a band now called Sly Rides.
Yeah. Sly Rides.
Sly Rides.
Sly Rides. Yeah,
yeah.
pronounce it right, weirdos.
And and then I came up here and started working in Musicmaker and met Naomi, and then I heard some of the Bitch Falcon demos. Actually, I decided I wanted to be in the band before I heard the demos, just because of the name.
Yeah.
I have to be in a band called Bitch Falcon.
Yeah, I think that's the if someone had presented me with the situation, I want you to play in this band. What sort of music is it? Doesn't matter. It's called Bitch Falcon. I'm in.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to.
Yeah, I mean, it would wear off after 6 months if you're lucky, if it was shite. But like, it was. Then they played the rough recordings that they did, and I was like, Jesus, the riffs are class. That's exactly what I like to do.
Yeah. Was there a drummer involved previous to you being involved?
Yeah, it was a girl from Eastern Europe who was called, I can't remember her name, it'll come to me, but she actually came up with the name as well.
What you do is, because you'll remember at a later date, so just look straight into the camera and just go,
yeah, okay.
and we'll just overdub it.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll get like
so at that, like, we'll, yeah. That's brilliant.
It's right there.
Yeah.
But she actually came up with the name as well.
Really?
Because they didn't know what they were going to call themselves, and then she just went, Bitch Falcon. And they went, yeah, class. She just like,
It's like,
Bitch Falcon.
yeah, Bitch Falcon.
It's like she was trying to, I don't know, it's like it was a sneeze or something, was it?
It was just the two random words is how I believe it happened, and it was perfect. Like, it was the perfect combination of two words.
That's
Because
it.
if you called it Bitch Hawk, it just wouldn't make any sense.
Bitch Hawk.
Because it makes so much sense now.
If you inverted it, Falcon Bitch.
No.
Okay.
There's actually a band in Ireland, I think, that might be taking the piss out of us, called Bastard Hawk or something. They're from Limerick.
Bastard Hawk from Limerick.
I think we met them at a gig or something.
we had there's a grey enemy somewhere in Ireland.
Actually.
Did they post that in Metal Ireland?
No, it's some mate linked us to them, and then like they posted in like Irish metal forum or something. Everyone's just like, "Are you fucking having it?"
Did they
You lads
know?
real?
I have no idea. I've never met them. If they end up watching this, hit us up.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
Come in and we'll have an enemy off.
Yeah.
Reds versus Greys.
I don't know, I wouldn't like to go up against Lango.
He's a bit of a Goliath, alright.
Unreal. He's Ireland's Thomas Hack, like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lovely thing to say, isn't it? That's a lovely thing to say. If Lango's watching this,
Yeah.
he's going to be getting all sorts of excitable.
Yeah.
Don't let it go to your head, though. Will.
Yeah. I could never ever go to his head. I don't think anything could ever go to his head.
No, you're right.
He's currently on tour of Monuments going, oh yeah, he's lucky to get it, you know? That's the guy that he is.
What were we saying earlier? Right, he's going to step out at, where is he? Grasspot, where, yeah, like in front of 40 odd thousand people. That's his first gig of the tour.
Yeah.
Just casual stroll out. I love the mental image I have of him just like side stage, not even having looked out, and just walks out.
Delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Just straight up behind the kit, like. Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
I really want to see footage of that.
I can't wait to see what happens. Oh,
And
yeah,
class.
he's a monster as well, isn't he? Should we talk about your gear?
Yeah.
You use. Oh, here, hang on. I'll see if I can guess. Well, you still have that DW kit,
Yes.
and you use Sabian cymbals. I want to suggest you're using a set of groove hats.
You did, and I took the 15s.
You took the 15s. I think you're using. Well, you're definitely using legacies.
Yeah, well, no,
There's a
the
couple
thing
of
was,
leggies
like,
in there, like.
I loved Enemies and didn't know what you looked like when I started working
Oh
here.
yeah, I remember that.
And then I came in and someone was like, yeah, but Oisín plays in Enemies, and I was like,
Yeah.
and but I loved the sound of your cymbals. And then when I went with you to Galway after I started working here, and I saw what you were playing and the sound of them, I was like, jeez, I have to have them.
They're nice. They're very nice. I remember actually, because you didn't kind of let out that you were like a big Enemies fan or anything like that.
Yeah.
You were very cool, but it was a friend of yours came in. A friend of yours. What was her name? Oh God, I can't remember her name. But she came down anyway, and she was here with a friend of hers, and she just came downstairs and was like, "You're Oisín, aren't you?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "You know Nigel is?" "Yeah, no, he's a good lad. Works here now." It's like, "Yeah, he's like." So into you. It's like the most horrifically awkward moment of existence.
man,
Like. But it's all right because
No.
you got over that.
I did, yeah.
It's
yeah.
like once you get to know me, you realise I actually am an idiot.
Well, really, you're human and you're not a freak.
I'm
like.
just an idiot. Like, yeah, I'm a regular idiot. Like,
But yeah, no, the ghosting on everything that happens on the Enemy stuff was a big deal for me a few years ago. Anyway, and but yeah, the cymbal sound off that. So got the 21, got the 20 Legacy Ozone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had that.
I never had one of them. It was one of
Get one of
them.
them.
I always wanted one of them. Like,
That's class. That's on the left.
Yeah.
The reason I don't have it on the right anymore is I'm really worried about breaking it.
yeah.
If I leave it on the left, I'm probably not going to break it.
You'll kind of use it once every 4 bars or
'Cause
whatever.
I don't think I'll ever
8
get one
bars
that
or
sounds
16.
that good.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then on the right, 21 Legacy. Mm-hmm. And
Bread and butter.
now, I never thought it would happen. A 15-inch
Don't say it.
AX.
Oh, what is it? Don't say that.
It's a fast China.
Oh, it's China.
The one we have there.
I don't know if it's there, is it? You're gonna just show. Let's show and tell everybody.
No.
No, we don't have one here.
Is it fast or mini? I think it's fast.
No, it's a mini China, isn't it? Or mini Chinese, isn't that?
15. I don't know. The mini is a 14, isn't it?
I should know this.
I've only been working here 4 years.
You have?
Yeah.
I'm 5.5, pal.
Yeah.
I'm as clueless as you are right now.
Well, I think it's a 15-inch fast.
It could be, yeah.
But it's good because it's not like a China in a way.
Okay. How so?
Well, it's really quick.
That's a good thing. I
Can't stand 20s.
my problem with China's is just that sort of size and it's just I wince when I hear it. It's such an offensive
Dominates,
sound to me.
yeah.
Yeah, it dominates. Like I obviously I can't say that everyone should follow the same sort of pattern of using certain symbols. It's one of those things which just to me it takes over and it.
Yeah, it has its place. Like,
It does.
I couldn't put a 20-inch Paragon into what I'm Diamondback into what,
No,
what I'm doing at the moment.
It'll be incredibly overpowering.
but it would
sure.
make sense for Neil Peart somehow.
Somehow,
Yeah.
magically, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah. No, absolutely. I would never begrudge someone their ideal setup. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the reason there's variety in symbols is so that there is variety in music, I suppose, or it's as a result of the variety in music that there is the variety in symbols. So
Yeah.
I couldn't ever suggest that. No, you shouldn't get this. You shouldn't get that.
Yeah, and even we were talking about Matt, who's playing with Stino. What's Matt's surname?
Who's playing with? Gwiatkowski.
Okay, Gudowski.
I hope so.
I bet you're really good at saying Polish names because you're such a big hockey fan. Is that?
No,
something
because
you
there's very few Polish ice hockey players.
Oh, is there not?
No, there's a lot of Finnish, there's a lot of Swedish, a couple of Danish. You got your Lars Ellers and so on. Who's the other Danish lad? Oh no, he's Norwegian. Yeah, there's a few Scandinavians, but there's
okay.
no real. I don't think there is any
Would they be
Polish.
like Polish Americans?
Oh, well, there's a few.
Do you know what I mean?
There's
There's always
couple
like
of-
a Lebonsky or a
Lebonsky, Nigel.
Jabronsky or.
Stop it. He loves jib.
I just want to say
something.
jabroni.
You want to say jabroni, like. He just wants to say jabroni. Nigel's kind of default setting is jabroni, isn't it?
No, I went through a very Always Sunny period where I was just like, that's the funniest fucking word.
It's an incredible word.
When they say it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I say it, I'm just a white Irish guy.
Are they not saying it? I mean,
In jest.
yeah. For me, there's a kind of a slight lack of irony when you're saying it. It's like, does he know this isn't cool to say? Is he aware of how uncool that sounds? Like, no, it does. It sounds cool, Nigel. It sounds really cool.
The China does sound good. I
Yeah.
must say, it suits perfectly what it's needed for at the moment.
Sure, what were we playing around with? We were playing with stacking various other symbols, weren't we, beforehand?
Yeah, and there was a lovely one with a B8 16 over the 15-inch.
The China turned upside down, wasn't it? Yeah.
That sounded really nice. Just wasn't loud enough though. So I think.
They are unsung heroes if you're looking for that sort of really gnarly, kind of front-heavy, nasty sound or whatever.
It's like hitting like a sheet of what you call it, like they put in the top of sheds.
Corrugated steel or iron or
that
something like that.
kind of has that kind of conk off it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. But the like these lads here with all the holes in them and stuff, the ozone patches, these are amazingly versatile things.
Can't
The
do this
things
too
that-
loud now, I guess, can we?
Like there's something interesting in there. There's something really, really quite cool. I think this is in fact the one we tried to.
Oh, is it? Oh, right.
Anyway, so Bitch Falcon, you're busy. You're doing Body and Soul
Yes.
on. It's actually Friday, isn't it?
Friday the 17th at 7 p.m. in the Midnight Circus. tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's qualified today is Monday, the Ireland game, Monday.
Yeah.
Monday the 13th? 13th.
13th,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the 13th today, yeah. So the Midnight
Circus.
Circus,
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
I know that's very confusing.
in the Midnight Circus.
It's not like
Falcon
midnight
Beach.
at the 7 p.m. circus.
No.
That's what's getting you there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's absolutely what happened
It
just
happens
now.
to anyone.
7 p.m. in the Midnight Circus.
Yes.
We'll have to caption it like down here. So, 7 p.m. in the Midnight and then Circus.
I don't even know if there's a the.
We're not doing it again.
Yeah, okay.
It's happened now.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. And you're also releasing a single?
The single is out on Thursday. Yes,
Yeah?
Thursday. It's called Clutch.
Clutch.
And.
Like after the hi-hat for the hats.
Yeah, it could be.
Hi-hat clutch. After the clutch. Yeah.
And then, full of riffs.
Nice.
And some drumming that I am very happy with, actually.
There's nothing
For
better
once.
than finding yourself, you like finish a recording and you're sitting there going, I'm really into that. I like that. Like, It happens so rarely with me. I can't stand listening to myself at all.
Oh, jeez, I'm the same.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But
Sure,
yeah,
I can't even play in front of you, like.
that moment, where you finish the track or you finish tracking something and you go back and you listen to it, and you're like, you know what? That's all right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm comfortable with this being
Yeah.
a representation of this moment of me.
And it can just be about a couple of things. Like most of what's going on there is real simple. It's a real simple beat and actually a repeating fill, which I would never do, but I just think it works for that song for some reason. But then 3 other tiny bits that are just small parts of the song, and I just love them. Like it's just like a section in the middle 8, and then it's nice.
Get in.
Yes.
We're gonna have to call it.
Okay.
We're gonna have to stop because it's probably time. That's been another nonsensical adventure. I can say nonsensical adventure.
That makes no sense.
With drums with Oisín and more importantly Nigel. Thank you again,
Thank
Nigel
you.
Kenny. Check out Bitch Falcon, obviously Body and Soul, at the times allotted in the places we mentioned, and the single Clutch out next week.
This week.
This week.
Yes.
This week. This is
This
Monday, so it's the start of the week. June 16th. Yes. Guys, this week on Drums with Oisín, we're talking to the man, the myth, the legend, Lango Drums over here in the house. There he is. There he is right there. Welcome back to the Drumshin. We're here with my friend and yours, Daniel Lang. Welcome, Dan.
Oh, thanks very much.
Thanks for dropping down and having a chat with us.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. So Dan is you're playing with Red Enemy at the moment, you're playing with Sinead White, you're doing the Hit Machine stuff,
Yeah.
and you've now launched your YouTube channel, Lango Drums.
Yeah.
How do you have time for all of this?
I don't know. And I'm doing another thing with a couple of friends of mine called The Scratch, so keep an eye out for that.
So
Yeah,
there's
so-
5 things off the
Yeah.
top of the head anyway.
Trying to juggle. I don't know how long that's going to last.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
but, like, I don't know. It's working out so far, so I'm going to just keep running with it.
Keep at it. Like. We're going to ask Dan a few, I suppose, basic questions. Just see what he's got to say.